confusion you cause, Anna Nicole.
Easy, everyone easy. Benji's fine now.
He's all right. He's
all right. He's okay.
Benji, calm down.
He just knocked over some cards.
You know, Benji is in love with you, Anna.
Well, he's a nice person. I like Benji.
Wow, he really stood up for you.
He did.
Benji,
I'm proud of that.
Benji, you stood up for her. Are you okay?
I'm sick of it, man.
Thank you, Benji.
She's a beautiful woman. If she doesn't want to weigh in, she doesn't have to.
Wow, there's a guy who loves you. Yeah, Benji and I orchestrated that so that, like, Anna would fall in love with him.
Right, so he'd have an N.
Right. Didn't we?
No, it was planned way before the whole thing.
Although I thought you really did go apeshit.
Was John he shouldn't have kept asking.
Yeah, John was in on it, right?
I was going to say.
Yeah.
We said, John, you come in and
That was some good acting.
I said, John, you come in and badger, Anna. Benji will stand up for her, and then he'll get to make out with her. And it worked.
Yeah.
She was into you. Benji, are you all right now?
Yeah.
You want to say something to Anna? Do you want to go back in the bathroom with her?
Yeah, Anna, as much as this is a show, when we were alone and talking to each other alone, there were moments. And I'd like to be alone with you again.
Okay.
And if you want, we could go to the bathroom right now. I would love just to have a few minutes.
Do you want to go in the bathroom with Benji right now?
No, but I'm here for the weekend, and maybe we can go have dinner.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
You think dinner is for the two of you? Do you think maybe pass on the dinner and maybe go out and exercise? Seriously.
Just so pathetic.
Is that wrong?
Does that make you feel so much better about yourself?
Please let me weigh you. I'll give you $3,000 bucks for your
You're
son.
feeling so good right now.
No, I'm not. I don't feel good until I get you weighed.
You're not getting me weighed.
Maybe you do want to skip dinner.
I forgot about
Maybe that's when she thought you said pork or pig.
Yeah. No offense, but maybe you two shouldn't go out for dinner.
Maybe to the gym.
Here's where Anna Nicole Smith says she... oh, good. Larry McShane, thank God, from AP is on the phone. He's ready for my statement.
All right, let's first find out if this goes worldwide.
Yeah, AP goes worldwide.
I want to make sure. Could be just U.S. AP.
Hey, Larry.
Yes, how you doing, Howard?
How you doing, man?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My condolences about your girlfriend.
My girlfriend, Howard Stern, is very upset about Anna Nicole.
Yes, he's been bereft.
Well, Larry, let me make my statement.
Larry, first, does this go around the world when you give it to AP?
Yes, it does.
All right.
Of course it does. It's AP.
Oh, stop it. That's Associated Press. Doesn't say anything about the world.
Yeah, but no. Everyone picks up AP.
Right.
I'm ready to make my statement, Larry, if you don't mind.
Go ahead, Howard.
All right. First of all, I've become very alarmed over my beautiful name, Howard Stern. Let me just say, Larry, the name Howard Stern was not an easy name to make acceptable or cool. The name Howard is a horrible name, as you know. I wasn't blessed. I would have loved to have been Larry Stern. But, and really, a friend of mine, Dee Snider from Twisted Sister, said to me at one point, gee, you kind of, like Bruce made Bruce Springsteen, Bruce Springsteen made the name Bruce kind of cool.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
He said, you've actually taken the name Howard, and I'm not going to say you made it cool, but you made it about as cool as it could be.
Right.
And so there was a lot of work that went into this. Now, at some point, since the Anna Nicole Smith death, the name Howard K. Stern became Howard Stern.
The lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're just calling him Howard Stern. And believe me, I don't want to be associated with that tard.
Also mention those articles from around
I'm going to do that now, Robin.
All right.
In fact, I hold in my hand from Friday, February 9th, an article from the Australian newspaper. That's why Robin asked if this is international. Okay. Listen to this. This is from an article by Ross McDonough in the biggest paper in Australia. She leaves behind her 5-month-old daughter, Danny Lynn, who is in the middle of a paternity battle, as both photojournalist Larry Burkhead and controversial DJ Howard Stern are claiming to be her father. I also received several letters from as far away as Denmark offering me condolences on the loss of Anna Nicole Smith, my girlfriend. I hold them in my hand. I'm not making this stuff up, Larry.
Yeah, come on. Stop laughing.
This is why I want to announce I am making a name change for myself.
Okay.
My name now is Larry A. Burkhead. No. My new name now is...
Michael Devlin.
Anything.
Get off that name, too.
Actually, my new name, and I want to thank Donald Trump for this. Actually, I should change it to Mock Shagun and thank Clarence from the E Street Band. But I want to thank, instead of just Howard, I'm now the Howard. I'm dropping Stern, and just refer to me as the Howard.
Done.
What do you think?
Done.
or Howard Nicole Smith? Which do you like better? Anything but Howard Stern.
Howard Marshall. You could be the babysitter.
But Larry, in one sense, I feel like, wow, this is good publicity in the sense that Howard Stern, the name is out there. But I was always kind of complimented that this guy was forced to be Howard K. Stern.
Right, exactly.
Now he's Howard Stern.
And you're being forced to be Howard A. Stern, which is ridiculous.
I don't want to be Howard A. Stern. I'm the real Howard Stern. I mean, I went through hell to become Howard Stern. This guy was just he didn't even bang Anna Nicole Smith, I don't think. I had her on my show 2 times, and one of the times she makes a direct statement saying she'd never have sex with Howard K. Stern.
He was like a brother to her.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the announcement is, I am now the Howard.
The Howard.
That's it.
All right.
Please spread the word, have it done internationally, and have it done by this afternoon.
I'll take care of that.
Thank you.
All right, Howard.
That's going to take years to develop.
Well, it's like king of all media. It took
like
years, but
the Diddy.
Yeah, the Diddy. Yeah, if Diddy can do it, why can't I? The Howard.
Maybe you should be H. Diddy.
No, the Howard. Please.
All right, the Howard it is.
Larry, get to work on this immediately and formulate some article. I've given you many funny lines.
All right, take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye. That's Larry
Call
McShane.
Australia right away.
Immediately to Australia, international release. Larry McShane from AP, who I woke out of bed.
Just to tell him that.
Yes. Let's go to Gary, who says it's no big deal that I have the same name as Howard K. Stern. By the way, he's going to be out of the news at some point, right?
Well, this is a long story.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, there is the paternity case. If he should win the paternity case, then there's the fight for Anna Nicole's inheritance from her first husband.
I thought there was no inheritance.
Oh, there certainly is an inheritance.
Which just hasn't been...
She was, the Supreme Court says she deserved to be heard, that her marriage was not a sham.
Mm-hmm.
And under the law, she is entitled to something from that estate. It could be as little as $88 million.
Wow.
Or as much as $475 million.
Wow. Wow. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Gary, go ahead in White Plains.
Hey now.
Hey now.
The Howard. No, what I said was it's not that it's no big deal. It's that they're using Howard Stern. It's no big deal for them to continue to use the phrase Howard K. Stern. It's just they say Michael J. Fox all the time. I think they're doing it on purpose just to get you.
All right. Thank you for that. I don't know what Gary said, but it sounds important.
He thinks that the press is trying to ruin you.
Oh. Yeah, well, that's an important thing to be doing.
Or at least keeping people hooked on the story, maybe.
Right.
Oh, you don't have to do much. This is great. It's all
great.
sex.
I tell you, I love it. Now I'm an Anna Nicole fan.
And I didn't realize she was having sex with so many guys. Remember during the reality show, it was almost like she couldn't get laid.
Well, now that she lost the weight, everyone wanted to bang her.
Yeah,
she looked good. She was a beautiful woman. I mean, you got to say, that face. I don't think... there is a technically, physically more beautiful face than that.
And that was her face.
Yeah.
When you look at those old pictures of her when she was a stripper, that was the face.
Yep.
She didn't have to do anything to get that face.
She was hot.
I'd have banged her at her heaviest.
I wouldn't have. She was really piggy. I'm telling you, man.
I mean, because she still had that face, the tits. There was enough there.
I don't know, man. It was rough. You remembering clearly when she was in the studio?
Oh, yeah. No, I was just looking at the tape. I mean, there's worse fucking fat chicks.
Yeah, but she was sloppier than that at certain points.
And Benji was going to go down on her.
Oh.
That couldn't have been pleasant. Would you have really gone down on her?
I think he did.
Did you go down on her?
No.
What was going on in that fucking bathroom? I heard a lot of crazy
What?
No, I didn't go down on her.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
You made out. You felt her tits.
Right, but I would have gone down on her.
You would have, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, imagine that. Would you have sat her on the toilet bowl and gone down on her? Because that's the only place for her to sit.
No, I probably would have tried to lay her down, like wedge her in, like diagonally.
Oh my God,
that little room?
bathroom wasn't that big.
No, diagonally.
We never would have gotten her out of there. We would have had to crane her out.
No, I think I could have done. I could have gotten her in there.
Here's Anna Nicole Smith on our show saying she masturbates. You admit that after an exhausting day of looking at houses, you need to go home and masturbate.
Yeah.
You're a very sexual woman.
Absolutely.
And you admit in the show that you haven't had sex in 2 years.
I know. Is that pathetic?
How are you keeping your hands off Howard K. Stern there?
Yeah.
Hey, how do you know she is, Robin?
She said 2 years.
And is there anything
I got
sexual?
a big old giant box of toys I play with.
Big old vibrator?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it lonely?
Yeah, it's pretty lonely.
Are you looking for a relationship?
I'm looking, but it's kind of hard to look when you're at home.
Here's Anna Nicole Smith denying that she ever had a relationship with Howard K. Stern. I believe Howard K. Stern, your lawyer, is in love with you. I think he's physically in love with you. I believe that, and I believe you know it. And I think there's certain things that we don't see on the E! television show.
You think there's a relationship going on that's not being broadcast?
Yeah, I don't think Anna's in love with him, but I think he's in love with her, and I think there might even be some sort of sexual tension there. No way?
No. You'd have to ask Howard if he's in love with me, but I don't see that.
Oh, I do.
You don't sleep with him?
No.
No guy hangs around. I know that no guy hangs around a girl that much as intensely as he does with you, unless he isn't feeling sexual. And I'm going to ask your assistant, is that true?
About Howard?
Yeah.
You'll have to ask Howard.
But what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think, Kim?
I think there's a little bit of an attraction there.
Wow.
Yeah.
See?
Have either of you guys seen any evidence of Howard with any other women besides just hanging around with you all the time? Like, does he date? He seems to be with you 24/7.
Well, that's because we work together and we do our litigation together.
But I work with
We're always
Howard.
Together.
I work with my Howard Stern, and then I go home and I
You have a
another
wife.
life.
And
You're Howard Stern?
Well, he goes home and has his life after
does.
the day's done. Yeah.
Here's me flirting with Anna Nicole. Well, Anna Nicole, I still say to people, watch the Anna Nicole Smith show. I love it.
Okay.
I love it. You could be mad at
Now,
me, but I don't know
are you upset
why.
with us again, and we'll have trouble getting you back here again?
You shouldn't be upset.
I think this will be my last visit.
Whoa. Wait a second. I'm not letting you out of here then.
You got to stay then.
What do you mean this is going to be your last visit? Why?
No, you were very mean to me.
You're not saying the truth now.
Yes,
I was
I am.
nice to you. We're made for each other, baby. Don't act like that. You know it. You know I love you.
You were hateful.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you were.
You know what I would do to you. I'd
Okay.
make you feel good.
Show me.
Want me to show you?
Yeah.
Here's Cabbie actually turning Anna Nicole on to Trim Spa.
I changed my life. I used to try to squeeze into a XXX shirt. Look at me now.
You're trying to squeeze into what?
Howard,
Why
were
is that
you?
shirt so
He
tight?
lost 110 pounds.
Taking a product called Trim Spa. You eat everything that you want to eat, and you lose weight. And I swear to God, it works. It doesn't change the way you go to the bathroom. It doesn't do anything. There's no jitters. It's the real deal.
What is it called?
It's called Trim Spa, and
It's true. He did it, and he had no willpower.
I have no willpower. I'm like a loser. Like.
You like a loser, or you're a loser?
I eat garbage food every day. That's all I eat, and I lost 110 pounds.
Can't be enough. Just want to take the Trim Spot.
No,
Enough, Cabbie.
He's in love with you.
Are you next?
She doesn't want the Trim Spot.
He really did lose the weight.
It's amazing the transformation that it's made in my life.
That's right.
People at work
Good,
tell
I'm
me,
happy for you.
and I'm not calling you fat. A fat guy doesn't call anybody fat because he's fat himself.
Oh, please.
Oh,
I
thank
hear
you.
your
You just
commercial.
did it.
No,
right there.
I'm saying I don't call anybody fat. What I'm trying to say is it will change your life. The transformation is amazing. Would you not agree?
I agree. He lost 110 pounds.
I mean, I go to the store and I have to buy a new wardrobe because I can't fit into the clothes because they're so big on me. They make me look fat.
All right, I think you made your point, Cabbie. Thank you.
Would you like to take Trim Spa? I'll give you a gear for free.
Well, give it to her. She'll take it. What does she care?
Give it to me. I'll take it.
Just take anything according to that refrigerator
Oh,
first.
my goodness.
Hey, Sylvia Brown is on the phone, the noted psychic. Yes, Sylvia.
Yes, Howard, good morning. I'd like to say that Anna Nicole was shot.
What?
Anna Nicole was shot.
She was shot.
She was shot to death?
That's how she died?
What about the fact that there were no bullets found in her body?
Maybe I was wrong. Something hit the chest. I see something hitting the chest.
Oh, I see. Hit the chest like a heart attack.
She also says she was in Florida visiting her long-lost sister, Wendy the retard.
That's good.
Hate to interrupt, but Donald Trump is on line 21. He wants to say hello.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Hello, Donald Trump.
So how's my
It's
friend doing?
The
Good.
Donald.
The Donald, by the way.
Well, hi, Robin.
Hi
you know,
there.
you called about this Howard K. Stern,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I will say you got to get rid of this name.
Did you hear what I did? I
I think
announced.
you have to change your name, Howard.
Well, did you hear what I did? I called AP this morning. I said, like Donald Trump, his wife used to call him the Donald.
Right.
I am now going to be known as the Howard. you know?
there's something with that guy that it's not good. More than meets the eye. There's something bad about him.
Who, Howard K. Stern? Yeah,
Absolutely.
I had a run-in with the guy on the air. I was just playing it this morning.
I've never felt this guy is weird.
You know what's weird about it, though? It's like, the name Trump, you build it up. In fact, I was over on, Riverside Boulevard. There's 3 Trump buildings right in a row.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, I go, wow, Donald really does have a lot of buildings. And each lobby is nicer than the next.
Right,
well, let
beautiful.
me tell you what he's doing. He's international at this point.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going all over the place, but Howard K. Stern is international.
Yeah, but
That's true.
imagine if, like, all of a sudden some guy named Donald Trump, like,
is in the middle of something like this,
and is a flaming asshole.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
wouldn't be happy.
Yeah, it just kind of.
I wouldn't be happy. I wonder. I assume that was his original name. I assume that.
But let me ask you something. In a way, isn't it good too that, like, imagine, like, let's say the guy's name was Don Imus.
Right.
And every minute on the news it was Imus. I would go, man, I'd be kind of jealous.
Imus's stock goes up. You got to figure, right?
Yeah. I'm like thinking, like, anybody who hasn't come to satellite yet is hearing Howard Stern.
Well, I guess you could look at it both ways, Howard. But there's something about that guy, seriously, that I think he's just bad news. I mean, all of a sudden, the kid, the young 20-year-old boy, he goes, and a lot of people said he had an overdose, and who gave it, and Howard Stern was with him and all this.
Howard K.
They
Stern.
said Anna was angry at Howard K. Stern because of the son, and was he involved? And then all of a sudden she goes, there's something bad about this guy.
Well, somehow he's the only one left standing.
All right, let's
and it's
ask
almost
this.
like his whole life was devoted to her. And I mean, it's like, give me a break. Look, I knew Anna, and you knew Anna, and it's somebody that you sort of had you felt very sorry for, but it's hard to devote your entire life to it. Do we agree?
One of the all-time, one of the all-time beautiful faces, right, in the world.
All time.
And, not bright.
Not bright, but, maybe smarter than we think. I don't know, but not bright.
That's what Donald said over the weekend. I was like, what?
Well, it may be. I mean, I wouldn't know what her SATs were, but,
sometimes...
But Donald Trump makes...
I know a lot of beautiful models, and they're saying, oh, she's so dumb, she's so dumb. In the meantime, she's got a good shot at $500 million, and they don't.
Yeah, but Donald, you make a good point.
I always have to say, not bright. They talk about Paris Hilton. Is she bright? Is she not bright? Well, I don't know. I know her from the time she's like 10 years old or younger, and she's making a hell of a living.
Well, that's true, but, you make a good point. You're sitting here and you're analyzing Anna Nicole Smith, and then you look at this Howard K. Stern guy. He's a lawyer, and his only client is Anna Nicole Smith.
It gets
Howard,
even creepier. Even creepier.
I think he's some kind of a degenerate, in my opinion, and his whole life evolved around her.
Let me tell you something, Donald.
And by the way, I give him 0 that it's his baby.
Me too. I was going to ask you that.
Nobody believes that but him.
I give him 0. I think it's the other kid's baby.
Burkhead.
And then the Zsa Zsa Gabor guy. I mean, the Zsa Zsa Gabor
husband,
loser.
The prince.
Came out.
Do you know him?
Imagine you're married to somebody and you announce it. You think it might be your baby. That's wonderful.
Do you know Zsa Zsa Gabor's husband?
Loser.
Right. Now
but let me tell you something about Howard K. Stern. I just read that he opened a talent agency just for Anna Nicole. I think that was even before he met her.
I don't know, but hey, let me ask you something.
This guy is a sicko, in my opinion, and I'll tell you what, and I really mean 0 chance. Now, I think the baby is probably the blonde guy, okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Any chance it could...
The baby is from the blonde guy. Howard K. Stern, whatever the hell his name. Is that his real name, by the way?
That's what I'm questioning, too. Is Howard K. Stern...
You were extremely hot. You've always been hot. All of a sudden he changes it. Who knows? It probably is.
Yeah.
It probably is.
What are the odds of somebody both naming their kid...
There's not a lot of people change their name to Stern.
Right.
Right?
Right. Maybe it was Stern and he changed it to Howard. I don't know.
I don't know. But, boy, I'll tell you what. That guy is bad news. And right now, I think of you every time I see him on television. I think of you. And I say,
I'm laying in bed all weekend.
You can't be thrilled.
No, I'm laying in bed all week and I go, I built up the name Howard Stern. I told this story earlier. Dee Snider, Twisted Sister, said to me once, you've actually kind of made the name Howard cool. It's a shitty name. You got stuck with a shitty name. But, it's like how Bruce Springsteen made Bruce kind of cool, because that's another shitty name. And he said, you kind of pulled it off. And then I'm sitting there watching it all go down the drain because of Howard K. Stern.
And Dee Snider felt...
Howard, for years you've been criticizing him, right? For years you have not been a fan of his.
Right.
And you know a loser when you see one, right?
Right.
How would you feel if he became the hot Howard Stern?
Well, now
that's what's happening.
The secondary.
They're calling him Howard Stern now.
I know, it's very tough.
What am I going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do, Howard. I think it's a very, very
It's a
tough
nightmare.
I don't know. I'm walking around feeling... And listen to this.
And depending on what they find out about this guy, it could get worse.
In Australia... I just got to figure this story will eventually die. But in Australia, in the newspapers, they're talking about how shock jock Howard Stern is claiming to be the father of the baby.
Right.
And I got letters from Denmark, as far away as Denmark, offering me condolences on losing my girlfriend.
That's tough. How about all of the fathers that are stepping up? How about all of these guys, and every one of them, who really, let's say a real player, a really cool cat, do you think anybody stands up and has a news conference that you think you might be the father?
No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
not. One thing about her, she had plenty of action. Do you think she actually had any action with Zsa Zsa Gabor's husband? Do you think he ever got
I do.
to her?
I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to tell you what the story was that I heard.
Go ahead.
Now, you've met Zsa Zsa Gabor's husband?
I met him once.
Right, because they say he's a prince, but the family bought the name. Like
he is not. He is not top of the line.
But they say that Anna Nicole Smith, being out of it as she was, she wanted to be a princess. So she was saying to him for 10 years, "Please marry me and make me a princess." She bought into the fact that he was a prince, and he said he would not leave Zsa Zsa, and he offered to adopt Anna Nicole Smith. But Zsa Zsa was, sort of against it because she was dying.
That's actually what happened to his father. His father was adopted by whoever had a title.
Right.
Think of Zsa Zsa, who was a tough woman, tough and crazy.
Yep.
And she's now sitting in a wheelchair. Her mind is okay, but everything else is gonzo.
Right.
And she's watching this guy on television announcing that, this is his baby. And she can't do anything about it.
Yeah, today I've got
a wheelchair. She can't move.
Today I've got tape of him.
She's happy right now, Howard?
No, I think it's a crazy world. I mean,
today I've got tape of him saying that Zsa Zsa is a little upset.
I would say she's a little upset, and probably from his standpoint, it's very good because there's not a thing she can do about it.
I always loved Zsa Zsa Gabor. I mean, I thought Zsa Zsa Gabor was a kind of a cool lady. Like, she would come on talk shows and say whatever was on her mind, and she's got to be
cool.
Her mind's got to be like just fuming.
But she was the one who married this dude and was walking around telling people to call her princess.
Yeah.
You know the toughest thing, though? She was legit. She was a great beauty also.
Yes.
And there's nothing good about the clock. Please remember that, Howard.
I know.
I know you think we're all getting better looking as we get older.
No.
There's nothing good about the clock. Take a look at Zsa Zsa. Interestingly about Anna Nicole, I knew her model agency very well. She was with Elite when it was good. Now it's not good. Now the Trump agency is the hot agency, believe it or not. But she was with Elite Models. And a woman who ran it, a French woman named Monique Payard, she ran it. And I said to her about 10 years ago, I said, Monique, who is the most beautiful? She saw everybody. She had Cindy Crawford. She had the most beautiful models. They did an amazing job 15 years. Remember with John Casablancas, right?
Yeah.
I said... And I was shocked by the answer. And then I thought about it. I said, you're absolutely right. I said, who, of all the girls you had, every supermodel, everything else, who was the most beautiful of all? She said, Donald, there was no question about it. I said, who? Anna Nicole Smith. I said, you have to be kidding. And then I said, wait a minute. She's true.
He said, it's true.
When she came to New York, I saw Anna Nicole Smith the first day or week that she was in New York. She was 6 feet tall. She had the best body. She had the best face. She had the best hair I've ever seen.
Right.
Hair is my thing. I'm really into hair. Okay.
Right.
And she had the most beautiful. She had the best hair, but she had the best face and the best body. You said the best face. She had the best body.
She did.
And Monique said that now, when she opened her mouth, it was different. Let's face it.
It ruined it.
When she opened her mouth, because I said to her, what did you do? She said, I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Wasn't anything more sad than watching her gain weight? I mean, it's almost like wasting that beauty and letting herself just get fat.
Well, let me ask you this. How did she lose the weight, do you think?
I think there was listen,
do you think she had the operation?
I don't think she had, it had to be, come to think of it, because...
I always said she had the operation. I don't believe it was the products. And by the way, the product that she was endorsing was not in her refrigerator in the Bahamas. It was another product.
Slim Fast.
Well, they're claiming...
I'm sure they're thrilled.
Well, they're claiming that somebody set up that picture that went in and changed the refrigerator around to embarrass Trim Spa. I don't know,
Probably not,
Who knows? But I think you're right.
I think she had the operation.
I think you're right. In fact, they just found out that she had 2 breast surgeries since the birth of her child.
You're kidding.
I think I read that in the paper today.
That's crazy.
She had some definite problems. But I think she had the operation. That was the only way. I have friends.
You hung out with her?
What?
Did you hang out with her?
I knew her pretty well.
Did you ever bang her when she was hot?
No. I never did.
Did you ever try to bang her?
I mean, I never tried. I never got past the mouth.
Did you think about it?
You know, I was crazy.
I was hoping you were the father of the baby.
I might have been the only one.
Did you ever fuck Yucko's girlfriend?
But you know, interestingly, I have friends that have been fat all their lives, business guys. They're slobs, okay?
Right?
And they've been really, and not because they're fat, but they're tough, rough guys. They'll be making a deal and chugging down they're rich as hell, and they'll be chugging down hamburgers while they're making deals. You know the kind of guy I'm talking about, right? Their whole life they're fat, like 350 pounds, 300 pounds, and they're tough guys, smart guys. All of a sudden, this guy walks into my office the other day. I have 3 or 4 of them. And he weighs like 170. I said, "What do you do?" He goes, he doesn't want to. They don't want to admit to the operation.
Why don't they?
We gave up.
Yeah, but why?
We gave up, and we just said, they had their stomach removed.
But
right?
they never look good after they do it.
You know what? They look worse, Howard.
They do.
The one thing.
And they're miserable.
Look at this guy on American Idol, the black guy.
Yeah,
he's fat again.
He's fat again.
Look, it's true.
How do you eat? How do you eat?
You're born to look a certain way. Some of these guys, they lose 100 pounds, 150 pounds, and they look sick.
Do you think Star Jones ever looked healthy?
No, she looks. I don't think she looks as good.
She looks like a deflated prune.
You know, the so many people when they lose this weight, this large amount of weight, they never look good again.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Thank goodness you don't have that problem, Howard.
No, I don't eat.
So listen, I feel sorry for you with Howard K. Stern.
What do you
suggest he do?
Yeah, what would you do if you?
I think he is responsible, personally, for the Anna Nicole tragedy. I think he's responsible.
Well, how do you? Let's be serious for a second. When you say responsible, here's a girl who's out of control. He's a hanger-oner. I would agree with you there.
No, he's a total hanger-oner, but I think he maybe was losing the power of the hanging on. And maybe
you're not suggesting you think he did something.
Do you think it's possible that he was feeding her the drugs? Do you think that's possible?
I mean, it's possible, but I don't think that's the case.
All of the drugs they took out of the room.
I'll tell you what, I think he's bad news. Do you know if people called? I know I have a lot of friends of mine. If people called Anna Nicole, they couldn't get through it. In other words, he was like the answering service. He was
but wait a second. Let's look at it this way.
It's not like he did a good job because look at the way she ended up. You know, it's one thing if she ended up in wonderful times, right? But she ended up the worst.
Well, I don't agree with you.
If this guy was like the secretary, the lawyer, the whole thing, I think he was a real sicko.
All of the drugs they took out of her room, they say, had his name on them.
Oh, yeah.
That hotel room?
I believe he's responsible for the very bad things that have happened to her.
I'm glad you called in.
Well, it's nice to talk to you. I feel very sorry for you having to live with this Howard K. Stern thing. I think about you every time. And as you say, maybe it's a good thing for your career, Howard. But we don't have to worry about your career. Your career is blessed.
Yeah, exactly.
But Howard thinks it's going to go away. I don't think it's going away.
No, I think maybe
it's great to watch.
All of a sudden you'll hear stories that he was the one that. Maybe you'll hear stories that he was the one that killed her.
I got to tell you, I doubt that.
The mother thinks that he killed her.
I don't believe. Meanwhile, the mother had nothing to do with her. Hey, listen, anyway. I'm gonna move on. But listen, thank you for calling. Good to talk to you.
It's great to talk to you both. I hope you're both happy.
All right. Hey, thanks, Donald. Come in here anytime. You know that.
With Howard K.
Yeah. Hey, I love you too.
Robin, take care.
Thank you, Donald.
Solo.
Right. The great Donald Trump.
Anna, we're going to miss you. You were quite a character, and maybe you could have developed into some kind of a real great lady if your life had been a little longer and you had gained a little bit of wisdom and not have been surrounded by so many people who were willing to see you fall into the wrong direction. So we're going to take a look back now at some of your more interesting moments on The Howard Stern Show.
So you have sex with the old guy?
With the old guy.
Oh.
Not now, though.
What a waste.
He's sick right now.
Right, but I'm saying before when he was healthy. Really? How's that?
Wasn't he,
It's not, people think, it's not... Oh gosh, you're beautiful. It's appreciation for him getting me out of the gutter, for him helping me and my son.
It's more like a medical thing.
I love him for it.
Really?
And I would never marry anybody unless something had happened to him.
I think that you're on a medication.
But I'm not.
I can't believe it. Because you always appear wasted.
What is wrong? What's wrong with me?
I mean,
hello, peekaboo. Right here.
Benji, I love you, baby. And you be the same sweetheart that you are.
Oh, let me just soak you in, all right?
Okay.
I'm checking out your lips. You know what I'm thinking about, don't you? I guess guys see you as a kind of a sexual person, but why not? You're very sexual, right?
Would you like me to eat that banana?
Yeah. Show me that. Here, give her a banana, will you? Let me see what you do to a banana. Oh, this is good.
I have my son to keep me going.
Did you ever want to kill yourself? Did you ever get so low, so depressed that you said, I want to end it all?
Well, you know, you get those thoughts in your head. Well, I did a few times, but I got my son to take care of. He gets them out of my head.
Banana never had a chance.
The banana can't survive.
No, I can't talk.
What?
I got a banana in my mouth.
All right, now swallow your banana.
I'm from Texas.
At a normal level.
Where?
A little small place in Mahia, and I've been living in Houston for quite a while.
Was that where you grew up in Houston?
Was Mahia, but
Where's that near? I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
I guess it's about 3 hours from
Airplanes are available.
Houston, driving by car.
It's a small town?
Very small.
How small?
Well, there's no movie theater, there's no bowling alley, there's nothing to do. You go up and down in a drag, you drink beer and hot corns, and hey. I raised my shirt up every
Did you?
now and then
You showed him your breasts?
and wiggle a little
Did he go wild?
That's his favorite.
That'll kill him. He blinked. Blink once. If you like it. Wow. They are beautiful.
I would just see the.
Now, what is that, a bra? Ooh, man, look at that. That is nice.